All right, guys. This is gonna be video about well, I'm trying to help out those drivers that come to my office to apply for the reefer jobs. It's a topic that is kind of dear to my heart since we have been a car carrier company for a couple of years now. And my own dad was a car carrier driver for about 16 years. And I know that times are rough right now. The car carrier industry is suffering. So we have a lot of drivers that are coming up to do interviews with us, and it's a brand new game for them. So I'm trying to share a little bit of light, a little bit of insight of what I see, what I like, what I really don't like, etc. So yeah, basically it's just like the title says, just a couple of interview tips for new reefer drivers. Well, as I mentioned before, we are, or we used to be, a car carrier broker and carrier. We used to have about 10 trucks, 9 to 10 cars, car carriers. And now those car carriers, those drivers that used to drive for us, are still drive for us, but now they are evolving into reefer drivers. A reefer is basically a unit, a refrigerator trailer, and you get to take refrigerator products back and forth. It's less work than the car carrier for the car carrier driver. It's a lot less work. You don't have to do usually you don't have to do anything with the load. The load is gonna be you're gonna arrive to your destination and they're gonna load you. You're gonna deliver to the destination and they're gonna unload you. So you really don't do nothing. Usually, the trucks themselves are nicer for a reefer for a long distance. A car carrier truck is very simplistic. Everything is better when it comes to less work. But some people like my dad love the car carriers. They have a passion for it. You have to get up, you have to get the cars on, you have to be able to put at least three straps. It's a different. Basically the challenge. It's the you live for the challenge. But as I said, it's time to evolve. So usually a CDL driver, now they've been 10, 12 years into the car carrier industry with the same company, and whenever they come to do an interview with us, which we do about right now, we're doing about 10 interviews, 20 interviews in a month. Uh, these are the things that we ask or we look for the driver to ask or the driver should be asking. It doesn't have to say the wording could be different, but these are the things that every driver should be asking or every employer should be asking. And one of the first things that I usually ask is how many years of experience do you have? When it comes to experience, I'm not looking for you to have reefer experience. It could be you're a car carrier, you're coming from the car carrier industry. I know that I just have to teach you how the reefer unit works, and I know that you'll be able to park the truck. I know that you are used to driving longer trucks, and you know that they cut less than this truck. So I know for a fact that you will do fine. Um, if you're not coming from a car carrier industry, if you let me know that I used to work in a moving agency, then I'm gonna go straight to, yeah, how many years of experience do you have? How long were the trucks that you used to drive? Okay, and that's why that question is very important. How many years of experience do you have, and what do you used to do for a living? That way I kind of know where you're coming from and if it's safe to give you my truck, or I have to give you a 1 month probation and have a driver go out with you. One of those things. The second thing that I usually ask myself is your driver's license record. Uh, Here in Florida, I have seen the drivers from New York. My insurance goes all the way to hell, and I usually don't get drivers with New York license. The same thing happens if you have this. The same thing goes if you have 4, 6 points on your license, or you have many tickets on your license. my insurance will go up, and then it's not profitable. I cannot pay you and keep the business afloat. It's one of those things that is just business basically. It's a numbers game, and if the numbers don't add up, I can hire you. That's about it. Another question that really comes right off the bat, like right off the gate, it's basically when I'm gonna be back home, or I want to go out for 7 days and be back home 2 days with my family. Well, uh, on the reefer side of town, the way that we work, the way that I work, American sourcing, um, we give you 18 to 21 days out there, and then after that we give you 10 days off. We need those 10 days off to do every single maintenance in the truck. Not only that, but instead of giving you 5 days on the road and then 2 weekends, 2 days as a weekend, I'm gonna give you those 10 days one after the other. That way you can be with the family, you can plan doctor's appointment, anything that you have to do. You have 10 days to get it all out of the way. It has worked for us really well, and since we don't have an assigned route, we go all out of state completely. We know that telling you that you're gonna be back every weekend is not. It's gonna be a lie. So that way, whenever our drivers hit 15 days on the road, we start bringing them down. If they are in Minnesota, they're starting coming down to Florida. You could be out there, whenever you arrive to Florida. Maybe you did 18 days, and then after that you have 10 days off. But our bare bone will be 18 days, 18 to 21 days out, and then after that 10 days off. Okay, then we have competitive compensation. Um, some drivers walk in the door and they have seen Craigslist or YouTube videos saying that. I'm gonna give you an example. One that I had previously, that they should start paying you $1.20 a mile, and when they get to my office, basically, we have usually my interviews are done with the two owners and at least one of the dispatchers, or the dispatcher that is gonna get assigned the new driver. I have two dispatchers, so what we do is one at a time, one each. So usually the driver that the dispatcher that is gonna get the new driver, it's the one that is gonna be there with me doing their interview, and those numbers usually are not realistic. Uh, we it's a good idea to do your homework and research. Go a little deep and ask. And also, if you are working right now and you had to drop off the truck on a yard, ask there. Don't go by whatever the people are saying on YouTube or on Google search. Ask your local driver, hey, how much you get paid a mile? Hey, how much this? Hey, how much that? It will give you an idea of where people are standing. And ask more than one driver. Some drivers like to lie and say that they get paid $1 a mile when they're getting paid 65 cents a mile. It's one of those things that, well, especially in Miami. I'm from Cuba, so my Cuban drivers, they tend to exaggerate everything. If I'm paying them 65 cents a mile, they're telling people out there that I'm the best broker and I pay them 85 cents a mile or $1 a mile. I have gotten a lot of drivers that come to interview and they're like, "Oh no, your driver told me you guys were paying 80 cents a mile." And it's that's when I have to break the ice, basically. Another thing that usually, the frequency of payments, usually the drivers will ask me right away, how do you pay? Do you pay direct deposit? Do you pay, how do you pay, basically? And we pay, it depends on the driver. If the driver likes to get paid every week, we do it every week, every Friday. If the driver like to get paid every 2 weeks, we do it every 2 weeks on a Friday. We do direct deposit, and the way that our direct deposit works, it hits if on Friday I do the cut and I send the payment, it hits the next Friday. So you always have that 1 week deposit. It helps me as an employer, as having an escrow, having some type of money sitting on the side just in case the driver shows up, drops off the truck, but the truck has a damage in the front that it didn't have before. I have some money there there, from the driver to hold him responsible, hold him accountable. But it works basically just for the fact that I have that 1 week there. If you're gonna get paid every week, I usually do require an escrow, $3,000 on my side of town. So just in case anything happens, I have there, and I'm able to compensate myself. Of course, if you want to leave the company later on, I'll give you, if the truck, everything is fine with the truck, those $3,000 are given back to the driver. Another great question that I always ask, it's when can you start? If you're here in the interview, usually my interviews go as follows. I show up with the two owners, myself and my dad. The Sometimes my wife is there, and then sometimes usually the dispatchers, whoever is gonna get the driver. And in there, if we like your attitude, if you like the conversation and you want to if you wanted to see the equipment, the trucks, right there and then we take you straight to the truck, because we don't really change drivers in the trucks. If we really like you and you're gonna start and you let us know, oh, when can you start? You're like, oh, I can start tomorrow. I can start right now. We'll literally go and show you the truck. We go to the truck. We show you the equipment. Right now, for example, right now I'm looking for a driver for a 2018 Freightliner Cascadia with a 2017 Greyhound Thermo King Reefer. So whoever comes, I'll do the interview, and then I'll take them to the yard. I'll show them the truck. I'll turn on the truck, and my dad usually is the one that will show the truck and do a little test drive for the driver. Usually our test drive it's park the truck. Everybody can. These trucks are automatic, so basically anybody can go forward. But parking the truck it will show us the amount of years that you have as experience. That right there, it's really easy. It tells you right away, which driver has the years that they say and which driver was just plain out lying. It's a very good technique. The reefer units that we usually have are Thermokin, and that's my personal choice. In order for me to get a carrier as a Thermokin unit, it means that it was in a good price. It means that I couldn't find a Thermokin. It means that this is what we have and we got it. But I usually go straight for Thermokin. Um, Whenever we hire a new driver, I send them myself the YouTube videos of how to use the Thermokin unit, uh, and and the best thing about it is that you can ask your dispatcher. If sometimes you feel intimidated by the fact that you're speaking directly to the owner, and then you can just tell your dispatcher directly. Your dispatcher, you have somebody assigned to you that would answer that phone 24/7, and then you can ask them, oh look, it's very unclear for me how do I put this unit in continuous mode, and they will guide you through the steps. Most of the dispatchers, most all of my dispatchers have gone to the trucks and they have had to put the thermal unit on themselves, so they'll be able to guide you on how to do it themselves. And the other tip there that I always have is that don't wait for something to happen. Plan it out, act it out. These thermokin units usually have a light on your side of the trailer, so you can see when it stops working. So act like if you whenever your first time out, I always look at it. Yeah, I always have in the back of your head that, oh my god, the thermal unit, the unit shut down. The light is red. I have to stop and check it. Oh my god, the light is red. What do I do now? Do I have my dispatcher on the line? Do I have the owner on the line? Oh, okay, I know usually what we do is, okay, I have to get off on the next exit or stop on the side, or stop on a truck stop. The dispatcher or myself are gonna be looking for a place that repairs thermokines, and let's go, we get it done. Which is, it's that mindset of being prepared for whatever it comes. It's very useful in this business. Okay, so right now I'm gonna give you our personal compensation right now as it is. We pay 65 cents per mile. We do have detention, which is $20 an hour, but we start paying that after our first 3 hours. We do that because usually in most of the places that you go to, Walmart, centers, anywhere that you go to, most likely, usually they'll make you wait at least 1 or 2 hours. And if they do, for me to pay the attention, I have to make sure that it's something that they are going above whatever is the usual norm. So if you have an appointment to deliver chicken thighs at 1 p.m. and it's 5 p.m. and you're still there waiting, well, I have to start paying you already 2 hours of overtime, which is $40. However, if you're gonna have to wait there for a whole day, it was 1 p.m. appointment, but they're gonna drop off the chicken at 9 a.m. in the morning the next day. Since it's more than 10 hours, I'm gonna pay you a layover fee of $200. I've previously stated that I pay weekly or bi-weekly depending on the driver. And again, it's 18 to 21 days round trip out of state. That's the norm basically. And these rates are subject to changes. This is December 13, 2021. And again, this was just our impressions of what works, the questions that the driver should be asking, and for you to have an idea on what to expect whenever you go out there to the job market. I want to make sure that you're ready to get that next job. Thank you. Enjoy your day.